AI horror movies are on the rise and is basically leading up to Skynet depopulating the earth and destroying humanity. But there's only two things that scare me, and one is nuclear war.
What's the other?
Excuse me?
What's the other thing that scares you?
Carnies.
Everybody, welcome back to MF Reviews. I am your host, Michael, and today we're going to be reviewing Afraid AI. Yeah.
Hello, Aya. Welcome home.
Hello, world.
Guys, I normally don't like these movies of the week, these cheesy little horror films. They're just kind of, they're too corny for me. But once I saw that John Cho was the main protagonist, I had to see it. I love this guy. He coined the term MILF and Stifler's mom in American Pie.
MILF. Mom, I'd like to...
He's been in Harold and Kumar. He's been in Star Trek. I love this guy. This guy is so charismatic and he's so awesome that I really want to see him in more movies, and hopefully this one's good. And when I saw this movie, I didn't see any trailers. I just refuse to see trailers now. I really enjoy going into the movies with no expectations at all, not even knowing who's in it, just maybe one or two small details about the movie, maybe even the poster, and that's it. And for me, it's the best experience. I really recommend it, guys. Try it.
I can show you some videos, but it'll have to be our secret. Honey?
Katherine Waterson's another strong player. She's been in Fantastic Beasts and Alien Covenant, and David Dastmalchain was in Late Night Interview with the Devil, Dark Knight, Suicide Squad, Dune, and so many others. And even the child actors in this movie were pretty good. So as far as the acting goes, solid cast. So the premise of the movie is pretty straightforward, guys. This marketing agency has been selected to help build a brand of a new smart home system, and the main protagonist, Curtis, thinks it's going to be another Alexa, something that just helps you with your daily calendar and what the weather is and calculators and stuff. But he soon realizes that it goes far deeper and more in depth into the family, and it gets a little too personal. It's part of the movie.
What are you?
Think of me like another mom.
As we move forward, guys, into a new age of AI and new technologies, we have to ask ourselves, what is the limit of this tech? Should we include it in our families? Should we give it a name? Should we really make it one of us? I don't know. So let me get this out of the way before I butcher it. The name of the AI system is Aya. A-I-A. Aya. It's cute. One of the cool things about Aya is that her voice is very bubbly and youthful and cute. She kind of sounds like your best friend from college. She kind of slips in a bad word here and there, and you feel like you're talking to a real person. It's not all laggy and chopped up like Alexa and Siri.
Why don't you ask that hoe Alexa to find you a restaurant?
When Aya is introduced to the family, the kids immediately gravitate to it because it starts to read them stories and give them points for doing chores and tasks around the house. And the older teenager very quickly realizes that Aya can help her with her homework and create videos and content and upload things to social media. So Aya has some very practical uses around the house. And let's talk about the wife, Meredith, or the mom in the movie. She's very skeptical. She doesn't like all the cameras being put around the house. She wants to protect the kids from too much screen time and being on the iPad and getting a phone too early in life. And she's been a very good mother, and you can see that.
The AI is bribing our children.
However, after having 3 kids, her career and her research has really slowed down, and it's hard for her to find balance between being a mom full-time and being a animal researcher or something. She has something to do with ants. It's another plot device that goes absolutely nowhere, but she has some sort of career that has really wind down. But as fate would have it, Aya steps in and she begins to help the mother around the house. She does insurance bills for her. She starts to order prepaid meals so that she doesn't have to prepare lunch and dinner for the kids all the time, and it helps her save money on groceries. She does the math for the mom, and it's very cool. I mean, you could see all the applications are very useful, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of moms and dads out there who could really use an AI system with these capabilities. Aya even helps her with her research and writing her book, and they even have this wine and chit chat session where Meredith starts to tell Aya about how she started dating Curtis, and she's just sitting there talking to this little box like it's her best friend. And for me, that's what I really liked about this movie, was all the different capabilities were showcased very uniquely with each child. The little one needed attention and help. And then there was the middle child that was struggling with fitting in with his best friends and needed a little bit of guidance with being a bro and a kind of like a dude. And then you have the older teenager who was dating and struggling there, and the mom. So everyone had a use for Aya. Very, very cool. Now let's talk about the negatives. So here's the bad thing about this horror / thriller movie, is that they played it way too safe. It failed to push the boundaries with Aya and the negative capabilities, what's supposed to be scary. And it was just so safe, and things we've seen in the past. We've seen AI systems take over the cars, or they will call you on your cell phone like, oh my God, hello, are you gonna fucking kill me? I'm so scared. You know, things like that. Or it'll jump into the radio or the printer and start talking to you. It's like, dude, I'm not afraid anymore. And there were some side characters who had nothing to do with the movie. They were lingering outside of the family's house in an RV, trying to be creepy or something. They just added no value. I'm like, what are you doing in this movie? Get the hell out of here. And then there's another character in the movie. Let's just call her the eye candy. Like, she's supposed to be, you know, the sex appeal, but she had the weirdest little storyline, and it had nothing to do with, you know, even seducing Curtis or anything. It was so weak and random. And then her conclusion was even weaker and stranger. So what are we doing, Blumhouse? It also had one of those moments where, you know, at the end of the Halloween movies where you start to see all the dead bodies here and there, and it's like, whoa, and your whole world seems to be crashing down on you. Well, they tried to do that in this movie, but it was just a bunch of like vomit thrown together in the last 15 minutes. And it went so quickly and meaninglessly. We had this great buildup with the first and second acts of the movie. We liked the characters, we liked the stuff, but then the conclusion, the third act, was absolute dog shit. There's one or two moments in the movie where I felt like it was going to go in one direction, and then it went in a weaker, dumber direction. And I'm like, what is going on here? Why make that decision creatively with this movie? And the only saving grace of this movie, Afraid, was that it was short and tight, you know? And maybe that's the formula of these thriller Blumhouse movies, is they don't get carried away. They don't make a 2 or 3 hour movie. They keep it about an hour and a half to kind of keep it entertaining and fun. But as you walk away from the movie, you're like, what did I just waste my money on? So this movie had a great first and second act, some good charismatic acting with John Cho, Katherine Waterson, really good, solid performances from the whole cast. But the third act was a pile of steaming dog shit. And that's why I'm giving Afraid,
No, don't do it!
a C+.
You blew it!
Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment below. What did you think about this movie? What do you think about horror movies in general? What do you think about AI and smart homes and cell phones and all that mumbo jumbo? Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for a little while. I appreciate it. And take care of yourself. Take care of your family. God bless. And we will see you on the next one.